So I spent some time away from home for the benefits of just getting some things in order that matter, that need to stay in order, such as my mental health and my diet and, other aspects to your adult life that you have to consider once you decide to want to be an adult. You have to, you know, you have to know what's important, and you have to make sure that you're staying on top of what needs to be done. And it was a good experience being around my peers and other adults that I could relate to in terms of, trying to fix their life and finding holes in their life. And it was a good experience. And now that I'm back, this is the day after, and I do feel ready, and I feel like I can start tackling what life has for me next. But I definitely do want to focus on gaining some employment and working on what I ignore and avoid. Because I do avoid a lot, and sometimes that works for my favor. A lot of time that works in my favor, avoiding what doesn't need any attention. And sometimes I avoid what needs to be looked at, that shouldn't be overlooked, that should be considered. So, I like this film. I like how it looks, and I like the video that is being made. I like. For those who have been watching my videos, thank you so much for visiting my page. And, it means a lot that you're doing that because I make these videos, straight from whatever place I'm at the moment. And I want people to understand that you are a magnificent being. And whatever you're being faced with, you're a very special person. And whatever you are thinking in your head is important. And whatever you want to do with your life is important. And if you don't like your emotional state, you can change it. And if you don't like being sad, and if you don't like feeling hopeless, then you don't have to feel those emotions. And you can change that, and you cannot have to be dealing with so much. And you don't have to have a heavy life and be heavy and have so much weighing on your shoulders. And there are human beings out here that want to support you and want you to do the best that you can. And those same human beings are not perfect. And they like to be able to focus on themselves as well. And I speak as one part of that percentage of that population. As much as I do care about people, this is a point in my life where I need to focus on me. And I need to do what's best for me, because that's important. And I can only do but so much for others if I'm not in a good position. It's important for you to work on yourself, especially if you do think about wanting to do more for others. Work on yourself so that you can be where you need to be, so that you can be taken care of and you can be protected. Know your triggers. And if you're in a situation where you're in the middle and either side is not really supportive of you, but they need you, then I want to tell you that is that's a hard position to be in. And I'm currently living through that position. I'm living through that moment. I'm living through that experience of being in the middle of a situation and both sides possibly having times where I'm not being considered or appreciated or respected, but both of these sides need me to make their lives easier. And that can be kind of hard because you have to take a step back sometimes and just play the humble role that says, I don't know, maybe I'm not needed. Maybe I'm not appreciated. Maybe I don't have any authority over what happens during this specific moment. And sometimes you don't want the authority over every moment because sometimes that just means that the spotlight's on you and you have to make a decision, and it's up to what you do and it's up to what you decide. And sometimes you don't want to have to be the one to decide, because if these two sides that I'm in the middle of can decide on something, and it's not necessarily making my life harder, then maybe I don't need to speak up about it. But if you are making my life harder so that you can have something that's probably not even a human need, then I'm going to step up and I'm going to have something to say about that, because that's not fair and that's very immature and that's very stupid to have to deal with that type of stuff. It's not a need. It's a want. It's a preference. But you don't play with my life like that. It might be something that you prefer, but when it's in the way of my life and what I need, then I'm going to stand up for myself. And if you're in this position, you need to stand up for yourself as well. And if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, then hi, and thanks for watching. And I'd like to see what your response is to this video that you just finished watching that you don't know nothing about. I'd like to know what you have to say about this, because I really want to know why you even sat here and listened. Not saying that I'm judging you. You just probably wanted to kill some time, or maybe you figured out something right at the perfect moment. I don't know, but I'd like to know, so let me know.